Hey, 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 can you guys hear me? Let me just check that the Bluetooth is connected. What's up, what's up? Alright, so like, brutal honesty, dude. Today was really just, it didn't, I just like very frustrated, and I'm trying not to say no to the frustration. I really want to let it out. And I came to like, I don't know, it's just, there's something weird happening with the code that I'm writing that just kind of like instigated a whole lot of shit, and it felt like I can't see anything anymore. I just had to retry the same thing and same thing and same thing. But it started like it started beautifully, but it rained on me, and then I went to see the dentist, and they were supposed to finish everything. They didn't, and then a friend of mine gave me a call and told me they're starting an app, and that kind of like shook me a bit. And then I was like, okay, so what's the app about? And he was just completely oblivious to a point where I kind of got rattled and I didn't know what to say. And then people have no idea, or at the very least, like my aunt who was sitting next to me wanted to give me advice because I sounded like I was being condescending. And anyone who basically is trying to explain something to an ignoramus will sound condescending. I don't know. I think that's when people kind of like look into the wisdom or the sages or the people that are like super smart, kind of like have their way of explaining something for nobody to be offended. And I don't think I'm there yet, even though I really want to just get over people looking at me and saying I'm sounding a certain kind of way. And then after that, I decided I was wanted to go to work, so we ate, and then on my way to work, it was raining, so I was like, no work, and I really wanted to work on some code today to feel productive. And then on my way to work, I reach, and I'm all wet and everything. I'm no longer wet, but by the time I reached work, I was completely fucking soaked, and it was fine. And I went inside, and it was fine, and I was like uploading like some videos to YouTube, and that was fine as well. But like again, like I really didn't want to even upload the videos. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what energy did I kind of like get on me, or what is, I don't know. But while I was coding, man, it's like something that's supposed to be simple and straight to the point was really not responding, and I figured I could just like flow through a couple of things and get them over with today, just for the sake of feeling like proud of myself when I wasn't able to do that. And then just started boiling inside of me, and I did something that's not very smart, which is I went and I made myself a coffee, and it was Nescafe. It's the horrible kind. And that got me even more rattled up until I felt like I was literally in like a small loop. Like, back and forth, back and forth. Fucking just, I don't know, man. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And I don't want to be productive today. I really just want to sit in bed and read for the rest of the night. And I want to finish what I'm reading right now so I can start with a book that I've been waiting for a while, because that guy literally, like, I don't know if anyone's familiar with it, Richard Feynman. Like, that dude is just, I would say, like, beyond, I don't know. I don't know. There's something about him that just calls on me. He's a physicist. Something about him, the way he speaks, just calls on me. Uh, I don't know. Anyways, let me just do one video at least or something. Learning a lesson, or being taught, living a lesson. Sorry, learning a lesson or being taught a lesson. How everything works out when there is no other choice. Okay? Is bahdali how I work? And bahdali here means shame. So is shame how I work? I think I was asking myself that question. And so actually learning a lesson or being taught a lesson. And it feels like for me, every time something works out is when there's no fucking choice, no other choice. And what nonsense is this, right? Like, but effectively, I think that's how minds work. The brain kind of like goes into full throttle mode when the deadline is approaching. And I don't really have a deadline for myself because I said end of the month, but I never actually stated a day. And it's February, so it's 28 days, or this, I think this year is 29. I don't know, dude. Like I literally wrote it down. Is shame the only way? Is shame how I work? I have to shame myself in order to get something done? Is this something others kind of go through where they look at themselves and they go like, if I don't actually like finish this, I have to do this, or I have to kind of like berate myself in order for something to get done? Do others go through this? With learning a lesson or being taught a lesson, because from my perspective, I don't think anyone was ever able to teach me as much as they thought they were teaching me, and it kind of like boils on the balance of like I really have to know you, have a bond with you, respect you, create you, want to listen to you for me to actually like be taught something from you. But the same thing, for some reason, that doesn't click with me. I figure it out. I figure it out a couple of years down the line, or maybe a couple of months, or maybe a couple of days after it really sinks in my head. But it feels like there's always kind of like the I have to like fuck up, and I have to like get in some random shit in order for me to learn a lesson, which makes me feel like I have absolutely no respect for the many ways people represent themselves. I don't know if it's a cocky thing from my side, or it's probably like it just I feel like I'm being honest while other people are actually like hiding something, and that is very fuck, man. And the 48 laws of power, man, it discusses how honest people are normally the first to be shunned, simply because their energy is always kind of like whatever the moment is dictating. And that's probably how I'm actually interacting with the world. When it comes to people, I feel like I've changed a lot. But when it comes to myself, I feel like I'm still kind of like the same. Even though I have, nah, when it comes to myself, I'm trying to be more of myself, which kind of makes me feel like I'm approaching things the way I always do, which means I am still the same, which is horrible because I need to start becoming a lot different and start engaging with myself differently. I'm not sure, man, but I wrote it here how everything works out when there's no choice. So, which means it's happened before. I just can't think of one right now. I'm really just like not in this. I only wanted to do a video because at the very least I would have been like, I did a video today. And I wouldn't have completely just felt like this day was not a day that was progressed in a decent way. It really is just not, I'm not able to take a break, man. I'm not able to relax. I'm not able to calm down. I'm not able to chill. And it's frustrating me that if I want to kind of watch an anime right now, I don't have internet. It's frustrating me that if I want to, I don't know, if I want to hang out with somebody, I have nobody. And it's frustrating me that if I want to just like do one of my hobbies, I can't because I can't go do anything. It's not because it's raining. It's just because like I've become limited. It's feeling like my ambition is kind of like constraining me, and the things that I want to do are kind of like pushing me. I don't know if it's a rejection kind of thing or it's just more like suffocating me. Like, forget about us, forget about us. And I don't know if it's them that they're doing it or if it's me. And it feels like, given this note, that anytime I'm feeling shame, I kind of get over something. Is there any way I could get over just the fact that I have to feel shame every single time to get over it? That's the question that's running in my head right now. Does it have to be every single time I actually like feel bad and then I get over it when I start basically feeling ashamed or just feeling like Why can't you do it? Why aren't you able to do it? Why is this causing a problem and all that kind of nonsense? Could there be a better way for me to approach this, man? Ugh, I don't know if this is even considered a video, dudes. But I did realize something today, that the reason I'm doing these videos is not for me to kind of preach, but for me to let everything out in my head as a form of engaging with like some people that at the very least I feel like if one person watches this video or something, at the very least somebody heard me and I get to think out loud and I get to like discuss the things that are kind of like intervening with the flow that I want to happen. Good times, man. Good times. It's a video, yeah?